know, Kobe was suing one of the major pharmaceutical companies.
There's no way John Cena just presented an award at the Oscars nude.
Alien species, the Apunians, basically like us humans.
Quick and short little video, just so y'all can see that when they do these Super Bowls and they wear red, just know that it means a sacrifice is being played out behind the scenes.
Everybody heard about the story of the Petrified giants inside of the Bible, right? I think I just might have came across something that y'all might find very interesting.
Yo, man, what's going on, everybody, man? Y'all already know what time it is and what to expect. I don't think I got to do too much explaining and too much talking about it. Title and thumbnail, y'all see what we got going on today, man. Y'all see what we have going on today, but I do hope that today's episode is able to inform you all or just even open your minds up to a lot of things that we see daily that we possibly look past, but it could be helpful and it could be very informative. You all can do me a huge favor right now and hit that like button before we get into anything. It'd be highly, highly appreciated. And let's go ahead and get into it right now.
I'm taking a video because nobody's ever gonna believe this. I'm at the store grocery shopping. Look at this egg. I found it because I always check my eggs in the milk cart or in the carton. It's not the milk carton. What the heck? Look at that.
The dinosaur egg.
Oh, that is so weird. I'm gonna put it right back where I found it, and I'm never gonna touch it again. How about that?
Yeah. Y'all need to make sure that you open and check every last one of your eggs when you're buying them, because that looked like some genetically modified organisms eggs right there.
The largest operation of its kind since the Egyptians built the pyramids. We did it, boys. In 2012, this 340-ton granite stone was wedged between these two walls as part of an art project called Levitated Mass. That's 680,000 pounds, 21 feet tall, transported over 100 miles from the quarry it was dug out of. So big, it needed a custom trailer truck, 260 feet long, 32 feet wide, built around it. With 196 semi-truck wheels, that's like 11 18-wheelers, traveling 4 miles per hour, taking 11 days, and costing $10 million after a whole year of prep work. Yet this 340-ton stone is just a third of the weight of the 1,000-ton Trilithon stones at the Temple of Jupiter in Baalbek, Lebanon, allegedly moved by the Romans over 2,000 years ago. Or what about the two Colossi of Memnon statues in Egypt, carved from a single stone each and a little more than double the weight of the art stone, which were moved more than 3 times the distance over 3,000 years ago? Or the Ramesseum statue, which was originally over 1,000 tons and moved over 125 miles from Aswan to Thebes? Yet questioning how these ancient civilizations were able to move these megaliths is crazy.
I actually had no knowledge that they had moved the ancient artifacts. I thought that what they placed, they never was able to move. But to know that in ancient time that these monuments were traveling over hundreds of miles, it leaves me speechless.
So check this video out, y'all. Check this video out, y'all. A whale was giving birth to a baby in the water, and this attracted sharks due to the blood, the smell of blood. And dolphins appeared out of nowhere and formed a circle around the whale and the baby to protect them. Look at that, y'all. Look at the whale. Look at the whale. Look at that. To protect the whale. This is why they want y'all to stay away from dolphins. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is, man. Wow. And they escorted them off. This is beautiful, beautiful. And to be able to capture this, thank you to the Predator for this. But yeah, man, this is why they want y'all to stay. That's why they want dolphins to stay away from y'all. They want dolphins to stay away from us. We are connected to dolphins. Dolphins are higher versions of us. That's, they speak telepathy. Look at this, y'all. This is beautiful, man. Share this video. Let's get this out there. Look at what dolphins do for us. Look at this.
Yeah, that is crazy. Always something about dolphins. And I do feel like that we are connected to them in ways that they don't even want us to know. But just even seeing this with them assisting with the birth, I feel like they tend to amaze us every time. Dolphins never fail.
People to know, Kobe was suing one of the major pharmaceutical companies. But the pharmaceutical company that he was suing is the same pharmaceutical company that ended up creating the Hot Sauce 19.
Oh.
There's no way John Cena just presented an award at the Oscars nude. Before I show you the full clip, I've been trying to tell you there is something weird going on. He literally just released this movie a few days ago of him in a dress and a bra and a skirt and pigtails. And now he does this. I mean, if this is not completing some type of ritual, then I don't know what else to tell you. Watch this.
Changed my mind. I don't want to do the streaker bit anymore.
What do you mean you don't want to do the streaker bit anymore? We're doing it.
I just don't feel right about it, man. It's an elegant event. You know, honestly, you should feel shame right now for suggesting such a tasteless idea.
It's supposed to be funny.
The male body is not a joke.
Mine is.
No, it's not.
You wrestle naked, why not?
Dude, I don't wrestle naked. I wrestle in jorts.
Jorts are worse than naked. Come on. You really not gonna do this? Fine, just give out the award then. God, we're worst.
Sad, man.
Costumes.
Sad.
They are so important. Maybe the most important thing there is.
I can't believe that they got John Cena. You can't see me. John Cena to do something like this. And I'm positive everybody can see him now. It's great. I don't think I have to, like, Cat Williams can explain exactly what's going on here.
Alien species, the Apunians. They are from Alpha Centauri. They were first documented by 4 Peruvian contactees in the 1950s. They are a Nordic-looking race, very attractive, basically like us humans. They follow the cosmic law of one. They claim that there is 1,019,000 civilizations in the universe. They work to transform negative energies and embrace species and consider themselves brothers and sisters to all. They have been focusing their attention on helping the poor regions in Peru. Their technology allows themselves to levitate by wearing special belts and wristbands. They can contact other worlds by the use of time bubbles. They are telepathic and can heal people with their thoughts.
The Apunians, I've never heard of this before. I could see this being real because they look very similar to human beings. Can anybody send me more information on them? Because I would love to do a more in-depth research of them to make sure I comment things that I really know more so than just things on what I have an idea on.
This man is going around throwing crosses on stage at demonic concerts. I'll show you the full clips in a second, but first he went to a Playboi Carti concert, and recently he did it at a Lil Uzi Vert concert. So Playboi Carti, just like Lil Uzi, always has upside down crosses at his concerts. I mean, he even has the word Satan tattooed on his neck. Even his merch straight up has Baphomet and the pentagram and all the symbolism on it. So the video's kind of hard to see, so I'm just gonna explain what's going on. This guy goes to the very front of Playboi Carti's concert and holds a cross up in his face, and then they show his reactions saying that he stared at him for 2 straight songs. And recently he did it at Uzi's concert, except he threw it on stage. And if you saw my most recent video, there was some weird dark stuff going on at this concert, like some type of ritual of repeating his name. He's the same way as Carti. He loves his upside down crosses. So he goes to the very front of the stage like he did last time, throws it to him. He actually catches it, but he immediately flips it upside down. Now I'm telling you, for him to do that immediately, I mean, there's gotta be some reasoning for that. He looks back at the guy who's giving him a thumbs up, and then Uzi gives him a thumbs up back.
Wow.
Why did Elon say,
go f yourself?
Why did he say that? Because he has money. He doesn't need your money.
If somebody's gonna try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money?
And says, yeah, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
You know, when he says Bob, you know who he's talking about.
Disney CEO.
Do you know how much Disney has lost? 1.5 years of their stock. $195 billion. They've lost 56% of their stock. Guess who's celebrating behind closed doors? Apple. Because Apple's the only one that can buy them. Well, Apple's sitting right now on 150, give or take, $1 billion of cash. They're sitting on real cash. Let's look at Bob Iger. Bob Iger chose the wrong enemies. Bob chose parents as enemies. And he chose the transgender community as his allies. What? Your #1 customer isn't kids. Your #1 customer is the person that controls, has the power of the remote. You got to win the parents over. So what happens? Flop after flop after flop after flop after flop. What's happened with Disney? You know what people have said with Disney?
Go yourself.
I'm canceling my membership. That's what they're doing.
You literally have the power to change anything in the world. Just imagine, what would you do with just as much power as Elon Musk?
Quick and short little video, just so y'all can see that when they do these Super Bowls and they wear red, just know that it means a sacrifice is being played out behind the scenes. This year it was Alicia Keys wearing the red, huge red, massive red. Last year it was Rihanna.
Oh.
Red, sacrifice.
Think about that.
Even at the Grammys, Sam Smith, even with the devil horns, red. These ceremonies are rituals, okay? And then you also have Ice Spice with the triple whammy, the devil horns, the upside down cross, and the Balenciaga shirt. Crazy. So anybody that joins the industry after Ice Spice will be done the same way. They'll be groomed by a celebrity, and then they'll be changing up their whole style, changing up their, it's gonna be a whole bunch of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just like Rihanna was wearing red. Nah, she even threw up the rock symbol, the Jay-Z symbol. You know what I'm saying? So this is what they do. This is how they subliminally show that a sacrifice is being made behind the scenes while everybody is distracted innocently by a football game. It's a spiritual warfare.
California, check this out. This may be the reason why your weather has been off lately. Check it out.
Name's Kara. The Santa Ana Watershed Project Authority, also known as SAWPA, a joint power authority spanning portions of Riverside, San Bernardino, and Orange counties, announced January 9th that they've conducted its first cloud seeding event. The agency says that the 4-year weather modification program, which launched in November 2023, intends to evaluate the effectiveness of enhancing local water supplies through cloud seeding in the region. Cloud seeding involves infusing silver iodide mixed with acetone particles into the clouds during a storm, causing ice crystals to form and water to condense into rain or snow. SAWPA cloud seeded during 3 storms in the last week of December and the first week of January. Northeastern University Assistant Professor of Public Policy and Urban Affairs and International Affairs, Laura Kuhl, says that while cloud seeding is not a new technology, first experiments took place in the 1940s, it fell out of favor in the 80s for being unacceptable ethically and an environmental hazard. Kuhl notes that several unintended consequences from cloud seeding, a study in the UAE demonstrated that cloud seeding operations lead to an increase in urban flooding. A blizzard in China killed over 40 people, and severe flooding in the UK have also been linked to cloud seeding. Kuhl goes on to say that silver iodide is known to be toxic and is regulated under the Clean Water Act as hazardous substance. Studies have documented potential harms from bioaccumulation, particularly for aquatic life. Wow, and look at our county. You guys cloud seeded us on purpose. You destroyed these people's homes. They didn't have flood insurance, but you all know that. I just hope that flood insurance gets, there's like some sort of a clause that if it's not a natural event, if it is a cloud seeded, man-made, manipulated event, that they're covered. Jim, you're a pilot of 20 plus years, right? You don't think that anything is going on in the skies that you see? We've seen those for years. You're a liar and a coward.
What do you guys think about this video?
They know exactly what they doing, and the fact that they're not even worried about how it could affect us as human beings just shows that they don't care about us in our existence. Allegedly, cloud seeding is very, very dangerous. But just to know that allegedly they perform these type of acts and do not tell or warn anybody, it just shows how they really think of us.
This is the dark truth behind Valentine's Day that nobody is talking about. Valentine's Day was originally a Greek and Roman celebration called Lupercalia. And on this holiday, it was used to celebrate the god named Pan. How they celebrated this holiday is they would 187 goats and dogs and walking in the streets clobbering women with the dead skins of the animals they sacrificed. They would come together and put their names in a hat, and the name that they pull out of the hat, they would have a cheek clapping session. And how they changed the name from Lupercalia to Valentine's Day is this man that's sitting behind me right here. Yeah, Saint Valentine's, which was a saint that was protecting the young people of Rome spiritually by getting them married. And the Roman Catholic Church didn't take too fond of that because they didn't want their man becoming too weak by getting married. And because of them actions, he was 187. And somehow they took him being martyred and made that a holiday. Be aware who y'all giving y'all energy to on these holidays. Let me know what y'all
Learn more about why you are celebrating these holidays that are not supposed to be celebrated, and learn more why there's a demonic spirit attached behind a lot of these holidays.
Everybody heard about the story of the petrified giants inside of the Bible, right? I think I just might have came across something that y'all might find very interesting. So all over the world, people have been finding these strange, mysterious crystals that resemble and look like tissue and muscle. See, as you can see right here, this is the crystal.
It's a Himalayan salt.
This is like a steak or something. Another one, This is another one looking like layers of fat, muscle, and tissue. Once again, another one. Y'all can't tell me this doesn't look like muscle and tissue. They even made furniture out of it. And see, now what we was just looking at was a crystal that was called rhodonite, which is a manganese silicate. And see, now the craziest part is you can find manganese inside of the body. Yeah, stored inside of bones and small amounts inside the liver, brain, kidneys, and pancreas. And it also helps the body maintain stable tissue. Don't you guys just find that very interesting?
Very
now,
interesting.
I guess it is more to the mystery about the Nephilim and the giants that we know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the giants and these strange flesh-like crystals found all over the world.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about that down below. We did a lot of reactions regarding the whole Himalayan salt thing, but I mean, a lot of the information that we get is almost undeniable to agree with it.
Right, bro. On a very serious note, you have someone wearing an upside down cross making devil symbols at the biggest cultural event in American history.
Yep.
Everything I said about how you can see demons if you pay attention. Did you look at her and think that's a demon? Maybe you didn't, but after listening to this, please pay attention. She is wearing an upside down cross. The Matrix has made her famous. Nobody knows why. It's certainly not because of fucking talent.
Think she's wearing Balenciaga too?
And she's wearing Balenciaga, which we know.
Child molesters.
Which are child molesters.
Molestiaga.
And she's making devil symbols. What kind of clue are you looking for if those aren't the clues you need?
What other clues can you be looking for when the proof is constantly in the pudding? It's like people are putting it out into your face, but you're steady denying it.
You know that a black man in Silicon Valley in the mid-70s was the person that invented video game cartridges. So the reason that we have Atari, Nintendo, Sega was a black guy.
I didn't know that.
His name is Jerry Lawson, right? And the reason why I said that is I did EYL the end of last year, and there was an announcement that a woman named Sarah Bond became the first black president of Xbox. So what? She's the first black woman president of Xbox. And I said that in my post because I knew that was going to create a reaction. So what I do is I create the moment that creates the thing, and then I take you down the educational rabbit hole, and when you get to the bottom, you're like, oh, so you're saying who cares that she's the black president of Xbox because this black guy named Jerry Lawson invented a video game cartridge that gave the ability for Nintendo, Atari, and all them to exist. So when you do your research, we shouldn't be excited to be accepted in spaces that we probably invented in the first place.
Okay, that makes sense.
So why is that? Why is her being the first black president of Xbox when a black guy basically invented everything that Xbox was built off of?
Let's talk about the deeper truth of the movie Wreck-It Ralph. Long story short, if you haven't seen the movie Wreck-It Ralph, it's based on an arcade game where the character Ralph breaks things and the character Felix fixes things. Ralph was self-aware on the fact that his character was a bad guy, but he wanted to be a good guy. He no longer wanted to be the guy that wrecks the building that Felix had to fix. He instead wanted to be good and wanted to be a part of the people that's in the building. They wouldn't accept him because his character was to break things. His role was to be bad. So the character Ralph left his own game and tried to do something good so he could be accepted by the good people. The thing is, since Ralph was gone and he couldn't break things, there was nothing for Felix to fix. So since he couldn't fulfill his role in the game, it was no longer playable. They had to put it out of order. It's the same exact thing with real life. We think that we don't want the bad in life, but it will not be livable without it. Let me ask you a question. How would you ever grow if you was never uncomfortable? If you was never unhappy, how would you know what happiness is? If you never went through any bullshit in life, how would you learn any wisdom? Why do you think that you need an opponent when you're playing sports? Who would want to just play the game with no competition, with no opposite? We think that we only want good in life, but it's the bad that makes the good. The bad is not even bad because without the bad, there will be no good. Think about that. I love y'all.
Them trials and tribulations, man, it'll really make you or break you, but it will turn you into somebody that you possibly didn't even know you had it in within yourself. I know a lot of situations that put me against the wall forced me to really work harder than I've ever worked before, and I've always excelled over. And I've always excelled whatever situation it was.
Well, I guess it's time to talk about Tartaria again. Y'all ready? Seen a couple posts lately saying, oh, Tartaria's not real. Which I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying allegedly it could be real. For example, the flags of all nations. This was way back in the 1800s, I think, up to like 1860, I believe it was. Look right there. Tartary. There's an old school globe, Tartaria. The globe right now at Ross. Look, Tartaria. So it's right there on the Great Wall is on the border, of China right there. Well, allegedly, where the guys stand to shoot the arrows, they're shooting it like into China and not into the enemies. So they're saying that the way the wall was built, if the Chinese really built it, it's built backwards. It's all alleged. Declassified CIA document created in 1957. For example, on 9th of August 1944, the Central Committee of the Communist Party sitting in Moscow issued a directive ordering the party's Tartar Committee to proceed in a scientific revision of the history of Tartaria to liquidate serious shortcomings and mistakes of a nationalistic character. In other words, Tartar history was to be rewritten, let us be frank, to be falsified in order to eliminate references to Great Russian aggression and hide the facts of the real course of Tartar-Russian relations. Remember a while back, Putin had declassified the Tartarian documents in history and stuff, or allegedly. So what do y'all think about this?
So people love to talk about Dr. King's dream, but they never talk about Dr. King's reality. People love to talk about Dr. King's dream, but they don't like to talk about when he said that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that I've integrated my people into a burning house. This is the reflection of the burning house. You have the governor of New York who says that they've secured over $183 million in compensation for Holocaust victims and their heirs. She says that hate has no home in New York, and my administration is committed to uplifting survivors and their families while honoring the memory of the 6 million lives taken far too soon. The reality is those lives were not taken on American soil. The lives that were taken on American soil were the lives of Black people, Black men, Black women, Black children. But when you have classified Black men, women, as children as property of U.S., then you refuse to acknowledge them. This is the...
On a deeper standpoint, I definitely understood on what she was trying to say. But yeah, man, that wraps up today's video, man. I hope that you all were able to enjoy today's video and possibly learn something new. If you all was able to enjoy today's video, man, y'all do me a huge favor and go crazy on that like button, man. Y'all boys better smash. When I say smash, break the like button, man. Let's push up to 20,031 likes at the exact T. I know that we can do it, man. With all you help, share the video to your friends, close friends, other accounts. Go crazy on that like button, and everybody down below, comment whatever you want to. Spam the comments down below. But more importantly, outside of all that, I do hope you all were able to enjoy today's video. All jokes aside, you were able to learn something new and possibly something very valuable that could have changed your life or hopefully opened up your reality. On today's crazy question, okay? Is pineapples or fruit in general acceptable on pizza? I know people eat pineapple pizza, strawberry pizza, or whatever, zucchini pizza. Is pineapple, is fruit or vegetables allowed on pizza? That's the comment down below. That's the comment of the day. And until then, I'll see you all tomorrow.